I want the action shot. Oh, Kelsey got it. I don't know if you need more than one. Okay, hold on. Oh, good job, Kelsey. This gourd is just gorgeous. Ooh, what did he get? Oh, that's some good ones. Yeah.
I just wanted to talk about our pumpkin fields because this is our 40th year at Vala's, and the pumpkin hayrack ride has been here since the beginning. It's how we started, and it's one of my favorite attractions. When you come out to Vala's, coming to a real field of pumpkins that we planted, and getting to step into the agriculture that we have here and that we've had for the past 40 years. And I brought our ag director, Kyle Willis, to talk about the pumpkins that he planted.
Yeah, hello everybody. Kelsey, thanks for having me out here. We're here looking at some pumpkins that we picked here from the field. As you can see, we did something a little bit different this year. Instead of just planting our old normal jacks, orange jacks out in the field, we actually planted a vast majority of some big, some not so big, and some other unique ornamental varieties. Like we have a nice porcelain princess here, nice mellow yellow.
I love that.
We have some flat stackers out here in the field. This one's, I've always been fond of this one. This one's called a grizzly bear. You guys can see it's a little bit browner in color, has a lot of warts on it. Makes a really nice porch decoration or wherever you see fit.
What's this one?
And the one Kelsey's holding there is called a popcorn, which is pretty fitting for here at Vala's.
I love a popcorn. Can it be called a kettle corn pumpkin?
I think it can be called a kettle corn
We'll
pumpkin.
call it a kettle corn pumpkin.
Kettle corn pumpkin. There you hear it. First years on it. So as you guys can see, we have a lot of different varieties out here. I'm not sure everyone has their own preference in a pumpkin. I do believe that there's a perfect pumpkin for everyone, and that's why we planted a lot of different varieties out here throughout this field. What's your favorite pumpkin, Kelsey?
Well, I really like the white pumpkins. I don't know why. I just think they're really cute.
Those are pretty adorable pumpkins.
They contrast really well with the orange, so it's nice to kind of get some orange and then a little white pumpkin.
Mm-hmm.
I also love the pumpkins that you can eat.
Yes.
Like pie pumpkins and squash, winter squash,
We actually planted 4 different varieties of pie pumpkins this year. That being Georgia Candy Roaster, Cinnamon Girl, Winter Luxury, and Jack Sprat. And so we started to pick those for the pie barn. They're starting to whip up some pumpkin pie, doing some test batches, last I knew.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And how many acres of pumpkins did you plant this year?
So every year we account for 50 acres of pumpkins, and that's spreading throughout our U-Pick Jack field, our school field trip pumpkins, our pie pumpkins, ornamental pumpkins like our gourds and things like that. And this field alone is pushing about 30 acres.
Wow.
Takes a lot of seed to do that. We plant at a rate of 4,000 seeds an acre.
Wow.
So 4,000 times by 50. Looking at 200,000 seeds we plan for every single year to plant in our fields, which is a lot of pumpkins.
That's amazing.
A lot of pumpkins.
200,000 seeds.
200,000.
And how many pumpkins do you get per seed?
Oh gosh, I love this question. It depends on the pumpkin. It depends on what you're trying to grow with it. But a lot of these bigger guys will maybe get 2, maybe 3 per seed on that. Obviously, if you want bigger pumpkins, you want to take off the extra ones that are going to be growing so you can get much larger ones on it. But on average, anywhere from 3 to 5 pumpkins per seed that you can get on these.
Wow, that's amazing. We literally have hundreds of thousands of pumpkins for you guys to choose from.
Literally hundreds of thousands. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And did you say how many varieties of pumpkins? How many types of varieties?
Oh gosh, yes. So this year we planted over 100 different varieties of pumpkin, squash, gourds, you name it, we planted it.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yes, pumpkin picking tips. And so we don't go through and pre-cut pumpkins. We want the genuine, full U-Pick experience. And that means that coming out to the field, wearing appropriate clothing, that is, because we're walking through our crops. And depending on what pumpkin you guys will want to get, one easy way to do it is you find that nice perfect pumpkin, as you guys can see. You can give it a nice roll over, and it'll come off right off the vine. You may need to pull a little bit of the runner off. But after that, you get a nice, easy, good carving pumpkin. The difference between a gourd and a pumpkin, gourds are going to be more of your display side of it, all right? By definition, all pumpkins, all cucurbits, they're all in the same family. They're gourd squash pumpkins. They're all edible, all the way down to the stem, the flower, the outside, the inside. That's all technically edible. However, bigger pumpkins, you're not going to get that sweet flavor like you will in your smaller pumpkins for pies and things like that. You can still eat it, but you're not going to get that same flavor as you recall from that. And the gourd side of it, more people use them for more, like I mentioned, decoration. A lot of those you can actually hollow out, make birdhouses out of them. They'll dry out and they'll hold their shape for most of winter and most of spring on that behalf. Depends on the proper care and maintenance that you go and your purpose with your pumpkin. Hope you guys enjoyed this week's Ag Update for our newsletter. And until next time, happy harvest.
Happy harvest, guys.
Ooh, look at that color.